and I'm really seeking his face, seeking his voice, and trying to see, God, what do you want me to do next?
Yes.
What do you want me to do with Load, the clothing side? I love the podcast. I love that we can put out this content and this information, and I feel like I am moving in my purpose in this way.
2020, okay, he saw a new thing in 2024.
Yeah.
You know, I dreamed this last year. He's doing a new thing in 2024. I think that's what we have to get to, just understanding, like, God doing something new, man. Like, he's doing some bigger things. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither has the internet not heard. Man, like, you have to really, but like, do y'all believe that? You gotta believe, man.
What's up, family? It's your boy Jet. We are now tuned in to another episode of Load Up Podcast, man. If you can see, we being silly today. We here today. We feeling good. We looking good, man. We excited to shoot this podcast episode. Make sure you like, subscribe, stay locked in with us, man. We thank you for all the support, all the views, and we just excited the growth of this podcast. 2023, it's getting out of here, right? It's fast. It's been moving fast, man. It's like these months just been flying by. So with that, I just want us to take advantage of each day. Like, take advantage of every day that we have alive, man. Because a lot of people are not making it. You know, a lot of people are not seeing the next day or not seeing another birthday, man. So I just want us to be grateful and be joyful that we're here, and let's take advantage of it each and every day. For me, I got a birthday coming up. Yeah, I'm about to be 31, the big 3-1. I remember when I was 21.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. Time is moving fast, man. But December 2nd, that's your boy's birthday. Say your birthday in the comments. Yeah, drop
You break to put the cash up on the bottom.
all that shit stuff. Well, babe, how you doing? I got my beautiful co-host here, Cortne B. Been doing your thing with these purses, been doing your thing with the business. I'm so proud of you, man. I just wanted to be the first one to tell you that I'm proud of you. You're beautiful, you're smart, you're strong, you're innovative, you're just inspiring people, encouraging people. You make my heart smile every day I wake up next to you, babe. You know that? Yeah, I just want to do that.
How supposed to come behind that?
I want to let you know that.
You.
How you feeling
I'm
today?
feeling real good after that.
You gotta build your woman up now. You gotta build them up, bro, every day. But how you feeling? What you got a lot going on?
I do. It's the biggest money maker of the year.
Yeah.
Biggest week money maker.
November. Oh, Black Friday.
Yeah, the Red Club Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday, all of that is coming. But no, I just sit back. I think I tell you this all the time. I sit back and look at when we started the year.
Yeah.
You know, and I was just so anxious.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm looking for jobs and I'm applying for jobs and I'm like, hey, I don't know.
Yeah.
I need to go back to work. And it's our parents, but he used to always be like, I'm going to tell you if you need to go back to work. But for me, I'm looking at it like, I need to go back to work. It don't look the same.
Yeah.
You know, so now I look at us in November and it's like, God just continue to keep his promises. He always does, you know. So I'm just excited for what's about to come in these last couple months and how he's going to continue to propel my creativity. Like, you know, I'm in a season now where I'm doing things that I never would have imagined or know that I would do or I was even able to do with my hands. So, don't.
Can I do it? Can I do it? No. Can I do it?
What you want to do? You gonna do what you want to do it for. But no, I'm excited.
I gotta check baby out now. Come on. You make this with your hands.
My hand, yeah, for sure. And it's amazing. Like, I never. It's crazy how we started doing that one though.
We're gonna put the link in.
My best friend literally, she was like, "Hey, I like these. I think you can do this." And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. They cute, you know." And she kept sending them. She said them again. I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna make you one."
Yeah.
And I literally started out, I made her one and I posted a picture of it. And it was like, oh, that's cute. I like this. I love this. So after that, everybody literally, it blew up on social media.
Yeah.
And after that, I just been going crazy with them. So, yeah. But I'm excited. Yeah, we're in a really different place. I think my faith is in a different place now. It's not just solely based on the money that I'm making and solely based on having stuff, but my faith has transitioned now and focusing on just who God is and how he keeps his promises to me. And it may not be monetary and it may not look the way that I feel it's going to look, but he continues to show that I'm with you. Like, I'm still here, so I feel good. I'm excited. Definitely excited about this episode. We're about to talk about some good things to help people truck out a little more.
Good. That's good. I got a question. How important is it for you on this journey to have a supportive husband?
Oh, I tell you this all the time. Having someone in your corner that, like, he literally, whatever I say I want to do, I can literally say, I'm finna go out on the corner and steal peanuts. He gonna be like, let's do it, you know? And I appreciate that, like, anything that I've ever said I want to do or I'm thinking about doing, it has never been a time that you shot my dreams down or you shot the idea down. Whether you believe in it really or not, you show me or make me feel like I can take on the world. And I think people need that because I know we were watching Tyler Perry's documentary last night and he was saying how his mom, you know, was talking down after it didn't work. You know, I told him, like, you need to quit this or it's not going to work or telling you it's not going to work. Like, when you have people, the people closest to you hurt you the most. And you're in tune with their voice the most. So you want to hear from them, hear their voice, and you are more receptive to what they say. So hearing you say, yeah, you could do it. Yeah, I think. So I'm like, oh, well, let me add something else. Let me see if I can do this too. Like, it just gives you that momentum that I can do anything. That even if it don't work, he still gonna say, well, I knew it wasn't work. It's never that. It's like, okay, well, let's try something new. Let's do something else. So I think it's so imperative to have a supportive, whether it's a supportive spouse, whether it's a supportive parent, a supportive friend, just being that person in a creative, so I don't want to just necessarily say an entrepreneur, just a creative person, being that person in their life and in their corner. That helps them just tremendously. Because a lot of times we don't really, I won't say we don't believe in ourselves, but we critique ourselves so hard. We critique ourselves the most. Like, when I'm making bags, like, I'm always, oh, they don't like it. And they send me a review or send me an email or a text, oh, I love it. Now I feel better. You know, so when you have that person, it just reassures you that you're on the right track and that you can take on the work. Exactly.
I
think.
Oh, yeah.
I take that all the time.
You support me in whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
And you help me. So I thank you, you know, for everything that you do when it comes to my dreams, you know, or whatever I want to do or accomplish, right? And I believe that is so important, you know, for both of us to make sure that we are supporting each other in our dreams and in our goals and our aspirations, because like you said, you hear that person's voice the most, and so of course you want them to be on your side. You want them to push you. You want them to root for you. You don't want them to be like, this not going to work. That negativity, that negative energy will then make you doubt yourself or look at yourself like, man, what, like, am I called to do this? Is this what I'm supposed to do? And you heard from God, and your spouse is like, well, no, like, I don't want you to do it. You know, so I always want you to be free in your creativity and be free in your dream. And so with people that may have put their dreams on the shelf, we're coming down to, you know, December. We in November, December, we're getting ready for 2024. We want you to take that dream off the shelf, blow the dust off of it, and we want you to pick it back up, and we want you to put it back to work. We know that it's hard, man, with so much going on right now. You know, we got wars, we got inflation, we got, you know, just senseless crimes, and we have so much going on in the world. You kind of forget about your dream. You kind of forget about what God called you to do, because you're so worried about making it, right? And so worried about making ends meet that you kind of forget about what do I want to do?
Yeah.
What am I called to do? So this episode is for you. We want you to pick your dreams back up. We want you to don't quit on yourself. Don't quit in the process. Remain faithful and remain joyful. And watching Tyler Perry last night, man, like if you haven't watched that documentary, lock in and go tune in and watch that. It's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
And it's powerful. It's inspirational. It lets me know that it's never too late, you know, and no matter what you've been through or what you had to endure, it's all going to work in your favor at the end. So don't quit. Don't give up. Stay the course. When times get hard, lean on God. You know, lean on your support team and people that's around you that support you and they can build you up and they can pour into you, because on the journey of chasing your dreams and bettering yourself, it's hard. It gets lonely too. And so we just want you to right now think about everything that you want to accomplish for 2024. And then I want you to reflect on 2023. So for you, how was your 2023? I know you said you started off, it started off a little rocky. What was some things that kind of kept you along the way to now we November, and now you're like, okay, things flowing.
Yeah.
I see it. It's getting better. But what was those things in those things or principles that you had to lean on that kept you from January to November?
Two things for me was perspective and support. So the first thing was perspective. I remember
You're telling me.
Yeah, I remember I was praying one day and I was literally just bawling out about what all I had going on and what all I needed God to do, and all of the problems that I was facing at the time and things I was believing in God for. He just wasn't doing it.
Yeah.
And I remember he told me, Cortne, stop telling me about what's in front of you and repeat back to me who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And that changed my perspective, because we get so caught up and we focus so much on the mountain that's in front of us, and we get caught up and so focused on what's not going right and the problems that's happening, and just everything is just not going the way we want it to go. And we forget that God told us that we can speak to the mountain and the mountain will be moved. And we forget who God told us he is. Like, for me, hearing that in my prayer time, my quiet time, I literally text you right after that.
Yeah.
And hearing God say that to me, or reveal that, or just getting that revelation, because I already knew. But we get so clouded with life that we forget who gave us life.
Yeah.
He already knows us. He already knows what we're going to focus on or what we're going to face. But we get so focused on the thing that we forget the who.
Yeah.
And for me, perspective was the biggest thing for me, because I had to shift my perspective from just focusing on what I saw in front of me to who God is. So now when I'm going into problems, or when I'm facing something big in business, or something, a problem I've had in business, okay, God, like, I know you told me this in your word. Like, I know that I can go and I can find a scripture about finances. I can find a scripture about anxiety. I can find a scripture about worry. I can find a scripture about fear. And what does he say about it? And so that was the person's perspective. And then support system. I know, like, you always tell me it's going to be okay. And I'm just like, don't you, what the hell, don't you say that? Which I know it's going to be okay. You know, but you need to have those positive people that's always in your ear. And then Aisha, so grateful for her. I remember at the beginning of the year, we went and had dinner with her and Mel. And I was just saying, this ain't it.
Yeah.
You remember that? I was like, this ain't I don't know what God doing, but this ain't it. She was like, don't say that no more.
Yeah.
Because this is exactly what God wants you to be. So you need those people in your life that can give you a fact check, you know? Give you a fact check and let you know that, you know, remind you of who you are, like when you start to get sideswiped on your faith and really believing, you need those people that can just remind you. So for me, perspective, just focusing back on who God is, and for me, support help just remind me. Because a lot of times I'm that for so many people.
Yeah.
I'm that ear, I'm that that uplifting voice, for so many people. So to know that I have that too, like because for so long I felt like I did.
Yeah.
So I would be going through it, but I'm having to minister it to someone. So for me, it's like, Lord, I'm going through it too. Like I'm believing you for this. Like I'm believing in you for healing too. Yeah. I'm gonna be a friend for people that I'm seeing people get healed, but God, you ain't did it for me. Yeah. So to just have that support in your ears too, that's like, okay, I got you. I can pick you up. I can pray for you. I can speak life into you the way that you do for so many people. So for me, perspective and support.
That's good. For me, reflecting back, I believe this year, I grew in my faith, because like in January, February, top of the year, when you said things were not looking as good in the business and different things, and all the income, and I'm just believing in God that He's gonna make a way.
Yeah.
I'm believing in God that He's not gonna let us fall. He's not gonna let us fall. He's gonna come see about us. Yeah. I really, even in just our whole 7 years of being together, I know when I came in, I was worried. Like I worried about a lot of things. So once I grew in that, I grew my faith, and now no longer I don't worry. Mm-hmm. And even in His word, He said, worrying is not gonna add a day to your life. Mm. So
right, on trouble.
Worry about all troubles, right? So I just let go and I let God, literally, and I just allowed Him to just carry us. Yeah. And I can see throughout the year, things just started to get better. Yeah. Things started to pick up for us. And we still went on your birthday trip to DR and had a beautiful time there. Then God is even allowing us to go to Mexico in December. So God is He's still working. He's still God. And I know that He would never leave us nor forsake us. Yeah. And no matter what we're going through, no matter how it looks, no matter how it feels, He would never leave us nor forsake us. So I want you guys to carry that, put that in your heart, that God would never leave me or forsake me. Because Pastor was saying He is He's with me and He's in me. What did she say yesterday? You remember? Pastor, she was say He's with me and for me, or something like that.
Was He with me, in me, and for me?
I'm like, He all three. Yeah. God is with me, He's for me, and He's in me.
Yeah, go back and watch me, but that was good.
Shout out to Pastor A. But so leaning on God more, not worrying this year. And really, I just had fun this year.
Yeah.
Even last year, 30, like I really had fun, but this year I really had fun, and it's been a good year. We had our ups, we had our downs a little bit, but it's been a good year. And we have to sit back and reflect and look at our lives and just say, we may not be where we want to be, we may not have all we want to have, but we're in a good place.
Yeah.
And I believe now in the world, so many people get caught up on not being where they want to be, that we don't enjoy our moments. Like we don't enjoy our moments together. Mm-hmm. Just sitting down watching TV or sitting down eating ice cream. Like we are so trying to get so far in the future that we don't enjoy our moments. So I want people to enjoy their moments. Yeah. Enjoy where you are right now. But also, of course, be working for the future, but enjoy where you are right now. So for me, this year, as I reflect back, and I may be getting off track, I'm sorry, but some just telling me talk about it. I said I wanted to save, and I've been saved. We started our other savings account and kind of fell out, but we got back on track, right? So for 2024, people that's watching, I want you to get your savings intact. Save something out of every check. Something you can. Well, people say, oh, well, I can't save. Yes, you can. You can save $20. You can save $10. You can save $5 a check. You can. You eat it every day. You can save it. So I have 3 savings accounts. So I know if I have 3 savings accounts on one income, you can save if you have a husband, if you have a wife with you. So I told how important it was for us to save. Next thing, we gotta give. You gotta give back to your church. You gotta pay your tithes and give to other people. I struggled with that coming into our relationship, into our marriage. But now I'm leaning and I'm trusting on God for in 2024 to pay my tithes and to give more. And I love that about our church. Our church give. Everybody that needs so, our church, we come together and we help. And I love this. And the next thing I want you to do is get a relationship with God. Let's go deeper in God this year. Let's not give up this year. And let's get our dream back off the shelf and let's actually pursue it. And I know a lot of people have been asking me, where your t-shirts at? And, you still got your t-shirts. And that's kind of something that it may seem that I put on the shelf. Yeah. But I just don't know if God got me there anymore. And that's the honest answer. And I'm really seeking his face, seeking his voice, and trying to see, God, what do you want me to do next? Yes. What do you want me to do with Load? The clothing side. I love the podcast. I love that we can put out this content and this information. And I feel like I am moving in my purpose in this way. And I'm still going to schools and speaking it. So I love that side. Well, God, what do you want me to do with these t-shirts? Is that something that you really called me to do? Or is that something that I wanted to do? Is it still in me? So it's just some different questions that I'm working through and that I'm asking God to kind of reveal to me. So that's where I'm at with my dream, So I haven't, given up on it, but it's kind of like, is that the season that I'm in right now? Yeah. Like, God, show me where you want me to go with Loaded. Show me what you want me to go with my life. Cause I feel like I was in a season where I just wanted to be a good husband. Yeah. And that was just like what I was focused on. Like, I want to make sure that you were good, like that you were walking in your purpose, that that you feel free and that you were living your dreams, that I was able to provide for you and we have a good life together. I was in that season for like at least, I know last year, about at least 3 years. Cause I felt like I wasn't, I feel like I had to grow a lot into who I am today. Yeah. So I feel like I was so focused on just being a good husband, and I wanted to be there for you. Mm-hmm. So now, since we kind of got things back on, we got things on track, we kind of in this flow, it's kind of like, all right, Jet, what do you want to do? Yeah. What's next for you?
Mm-hmm. I'm so glad you said that because I know a lot of women more, but I'm glad you said it, speaking as a man as well, but I'm sure men deal with that. You want to make sure their house is together, making sure their wife, is taken care of. And sometimes we can lose ourselves in trying to support the other person's dreams. I'm glad you brought that up, that you're not losing yourself. Like now you're going back to pick it up to figure out, what is it that God wants me to do next. And this is where anyone who feels like they're in that sub place or feels like, you've lost who you are or you're losing who you are because you're trying to make sure the other person's dream is coming to fruition. It's something you say, so vital, it's a season. Yeah. So you have seasons for certain things. And one of the worst things that we can do is try to be fruit in the winter, or fruit, or be a summer fruit in the winter, I'll say. And I'll say that because seasons change. Mm-hmm. Seasons change and the leaves start falling and you're trying to be watermelon in the winter. And we know that watermelon is a summer fruit. So if you're trying to still be that full watermelon in the winter, you're not going to taste good. You're not going to be well for anyone because that's not the season that you're in. But when you're planted and you bloom in the summer, when that's your season and you get ready and you're making sure that you're planted and you're getting ready to be picked, then everything will flow. Everything will line up and God will literally start to speak to you and tell you what to do. But I think a lot of times we get our seasons mixed up. Like you said, you don't know if God still has you in this season. And what you don't want to do is still try to do something in a new season that you had in the old season. And he's trying to replace that old with new, and you keep trying to go back to old. And I'm not saying that, that's an old season for you, because I believe God gave you old to heal people. I believe that not necessarily doesn't have to be about t-shirts, because it wasn't just about t-shirts in the first place. But I truly believe that God gave you old to heal people and to help get people to their destiny. So I do appreciate that you're not trying to force it, and you're not trying to be, or trying to be in a new season what you were in the old season. So allow God to speak to you and through you, and that's for anyone as well. If you're struggling with who you are right now, struggling with what God has told you, because you're trying to bring that old wineskin, now, we can't do that. We have to allow God to grace us for this season. He has to grace us for this new person. He has to grace us for this new mindset. He has to grace us for this new look. It just comes a time when we stop living on what we want to do and how to focus on what he has given us. And I love that you said that you're seeking him and waiting until he tell you to move.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we mess it up. We try to move on what we feel is good or what we feel should be. And we take those, that's when people say, I feel like I take 5 steps up and follow 10 steps back. A lot of times God didn't tell us to move right now. I've been in that position when I've tried to go ahead of God. And it's like, hold up, wait a minute, it ain't time yet. Like we talk about all the time, like God really gave me the number that I want right now. If he would have gave me that at 25 and 28 now, he gives him right now at 30. I'm a little more for it now, but I think about that. Like if he really gave us what we praying for right now at 30, could we handle it? Could we hold it? Could we keep it? It's the same faith it take to pray for it. It take that same faith to keep it.
For sure.
So I think it's so good that you said that we have to be very, very cognitive of what season God wants us in, and what season it is for us to bloom, and what season it is for us to be planted. Because one of my friends, she was telling me, I had never researched a bamboo tree before. Mm-hmm. And she was telling us how with a bamboo tree, it takes 6 years for it to before it starts to grow up. But after it starts to grow, it literally shoots up in weeks or months. But it takes six years for it to even start and to bloom. Yeah. But it was planted all those years. Yeah. And it stayed there. Maybe it stayed there, fertilizing the soil. Yeah. Maybe it stayed there helping their wife. Maybe it stayed there helping their mom, helping their friends. You never know right then why you're planted. But when it's time for you to bloom, it's time for you to bloom. And I don't want you to miss it because you're trying to do it on your own.
Yeah. And that reminds me of the Tyler Perry documentary where he said he did the same play for 7 years and it did not work out. It did. He said it was not adding up. Yeah. The math was not the numbers were not adding up right at 7 years.
Yeah.
Doing the same play.
And it feels for 7 years.
Over and over. And I'm like, 7 years, people don't want to stick with stuff 7 weeks, 7 days.
Yeah.
7 months. And he did the same play for 7 years. And just going off of what he heard guys say do.
Yeah.
If you hear guys say it, you got to do it. No matter how it makes you look, how it makes you feel, how broke you may be or become, you have to see it through, because he said after them 7 years, that's when he went to his mom, and his mom was like, son, this ain't for you. You need to go get a job. And but then he kept doing it. He got a phone call. This how God shows up. He got a phone call, and that phone call gave him his break. Thousands of people came to the play, and from there,
They just kept,
it just kept going. And I'm like, 7 years of doing the same play. How many of us are willing to stick to something for that long? So in 2024, well, right now, I want you to check yourself and ask yourself, really, how long am I willing to stick to the fitness journey? How long am I willing to stick with the dream? How long am I willing to stick to saving? How long am I willing to stick to being a good person? You know, how long am I willing to stick with it? You know, to trust God. You know, to remain faithful and joyful. We're reading the Bible plan now is talking about protecting your joy. It's the fruit of the spirit. We're reading all of them. It's 9 of them. We need to read all these, right? We are joy right now, and just remembering that we have to protect our joy, and that the world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. And we're and being faithful, and knowing that faith is joy, and it's teaching me so much in this Bible plan, man, and I love it.
And I think joy is also contentment. I know we were talking about earlier. Excuse me. We were talking about earlier that a lot of times we're so focused on the next, and we're so focused on getting, but when you're content with where you are and where God has you, then, like, I got joy in chaos. You know, I have joy. It's Mary City that said, I have joy in chaos. I have peace that makes no sense, because I'm content right now where God has me. And contentment, let me just be first. That doesn't come. It comes natural, but because of our flesh, it doesn't come natural. And I think a lot of times, I know for me, rather, I have to train myself to be content. We had a women's night, and the question was, would you rather go to the past or would you rather go to the future? And a lot of women were saying, I would go to the past because I want to, see my parents that have passed or relatives that have passed. And then some people were saying that I want to go to the future because I kind of want to get a glimpse into what God has for me. And I raised my hand and I asked, do I have to pick one? Because I'm in a place now where I'm training myself to not focus on the past and to not want to skip so far in the future that I forget now, that I miss right now, or I miss my moment to just enjoy what I have right now. Because we'll never get this time to me. And if we can train our minds to be content with what's happening now, then it won't be so much anxiety and so much depression and so much worry related to our future. Because we're so content and believe so heavily in what God has for us right now that we haven't missed the mark. That I know that His will for me is so perfect that whatever I'm dealing with now, it has to be birthing something great that's coming in the future. Even especially if it's hell right now. It has to be setting you up for something that's gonna come, and something that's gonna be so far greater than what we've ever imagined. So I think for me, contentment is one of the biggest things, and I think joy and contentment are kind of the same. And I wonder that one day they said that joy and contentment is the same, because joy, God has given us to have joy in any situation. No matter what's going on. I think that's the same with contentment. And no matter what happens to me today, no matter if the dream doesn't work today, no matter if, something comes up along the day and it knocks me out of my path, I find contentment because I know that it's working for my good. I know that it happened. Like, if it did, I think about even stuff that happened in the past, or even mistakes that I made. Like, I found joy in those. Like, can't nobody tell my story the way I feel. You could try to go and use that against me, but you can't tell my story like me, because I find joy in that, because I am content in what that has built, what those mistakes have built, what that has built. You know, I find contentment in that, because now I'm like, okay, something great gotta be done.
Yeah.
God gotta be doing something much greater than what I got right now. Wait. Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. And they kind of bring me to what I want to share with you.
Okay.
This is my first time, I think, sharing this with you, and we're gonna share it with our folks. And so when I was writing this, or when I wrote this, it's coming from a place where I want to be better. I want to be better, and I'm not giving up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna give up. I know this is not the end.
Yeah.
Right. I know that if I work on myself and I work through these situations, and in the beginning, our relationship, our marriage, it was, well, it was tough. I had a lot of growing to do. And so I wrote this in this place, right? And then afterwards you can tell me what you think.
Okay.
All right. Jit, you are what you think highly of yourself. Okay, so these are my thoughts. They just flowing out, so it may not make sense, but I'm trying to pick you, man. Jit, you are what you think.
Okay.
Think highly of yourself. Move more boldly and speak what's on your heart. Be focused and be about your money. Move your family forward. I never had to lead, so it's hard for me, but I know I can do it with God's help.
Mm-hmm.
I am proud of myself from being homeless to now owning homes, to owning a home and being married. Sometimes I lose confidence when I make bad decisions. I'm working on making better decisions, and I know my confidence will grow then. Keep your wife in love with you. Work to be her leader and her provider and her protector, but I can't do that without God's help. Sometimes I don't feel like I'm enough for my wife, but I will work till I am enough. The devil will not keep me in cycles. Lord, take over my mind and help my unbelief. God, I need your help. God, sometimes I feel like something is wrong with me, but I know it's all mental. My God is big.
Wow.
I wrote this, and this maybe like when we first got together, you know, well, it had to be when we first bought this house, and I was just thinking about, men, you may feel me on this. You know how you would do something for your wife, and it just be like, it wasn't good enough. Like, she kind of make you just a little bit, kind of make you feel like it wasn't quite good enough for her, you know? And so I was coming from a place with this, but I knew that if I kept trying and I kept believing and I just kept trying to make better decisions, and I just kept trying to, you know, raise my confidence up and just kind of be a better man, be a better person, I knew that I would start being enough. Now I don't feel like that. Honestly, I feel like she know that, you know, I go to work for her, you know, we do whatever we can do so she can have what she want to have or what we want. And now I feel like I'm enough. Yeah. And I thank you for never beating me down when I didn't feel like I was enough. Yeah. But what was your thoughts about that?
No, the main thing that kind of started speaking to me in this is literally write down your vision. Yeah. Write down what you want, what you believe, and literally everything you read. I don't know what year it was. I don't see no.
It had to be about 3 years ago.
But literally everything you said, we're living in.
Yeah.
Everything that you said, you are. And I think what also sticks out to me most is you were willing.
Yeah.
You were willing to make the change. You were willing to do.
Yeah.
And you were so selfless. And I think a lot of times, a lot of our goals and a lot of our motives can be selfish.
Yeah, for sure.
But when you're selfless, I think God understands. And he, he definitely moves on obedience. And I think for you and for hearing that, it's just a beautiful sight just to see how God has changed you and how you have allowed God to help grow you in that. And I thank you that, you've always just wanted more and you've always wanted to do more and be more, so who am I to, break you down or speak negative, over you. I always saw greater in you or more in you. So I didn't want my tone or my word to kill that spirit in you. I don't know what you were getting at work or, at the time, where you were hearing at work or in the street, but I knew I didn't want you to get it in our home. I still want when you hear my voice or hear my word, that they're not tainted with negativity or they're not tainted with feelings of being less than. I think even a lot of times, I know when you said, you felt like it wasn't good enough, I think a lot of it just is mental. Because I would tell you a lot of times, different things that you'll still be like, and I'm like, come on, we got it. Like,
And then I know it's all mental.
So just see that you wrote this down, and
I got some more.
I'm gonna have to read it. Yeah, why you ain't share? We gonna wait and share with y'all. But no, I love it though. I just appreciate the fact that you shared that with us and let us see that it ain't all peachy.
No, yeah.
It definitely takes work. But Pastor said something yesterday. I'm glad she read that because she said the vision will keep you when your emotions fail you. She said that, so just imagine, you feeling less than and you feel like you can't do it, or you feel like, it's just not enough, and you just quit altogether. Where will we be?
Yeah. And that's what I was going to bring up, that if anybody's in a process right now and it's hard, it's difficult, don't let the process break you.
Yeah.
Like, don't let this season in your life break you, because you're stronger. You God is in you. So he's not going to allow you to fail.
Yeah.
If you believe that.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't believe, yes, you're going to be up under the bridge, living in a cardboard box if you stop believing.
Yeah.
But if you remain faithful and you believe in his word and you believe in him, then he's not going to allow you to fail.
Yeah.
And when we first started, being together to now, it was a whole process, and we still go through process.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to allow it to break me.
Yeah.
I'm going to allow it to change me for the better. And then I'm going to learn from it. And then I want to teach what we've been through and what we experienced and the principles and the things that we went through. Yeah. And to help somebody else that's in the process right now. With Tyler Perry, man, he in that process, his whole process from, he said he wanted to be a preacher first. That didn't work out. Then he went to, doing the plays, and that whole process to now owning all these acres and the biggest, only black filmmaker that owns the biggest, studios. It was process, and he didn't give up. He didn't allow the abuse that he went through to break him, the failures, the letdowns. He didn't allow none of that to break him. So if God brought him through that and he didn't lose his mind and he didn't break, you're not going to break.
Yeah. And that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Like, I think a lot of times we feel like we're alone, or we feel like we're the only one going through things. So that's why we get on here. We share, different testimonies, or we share different things we've gone through.
Sure.
And we look at other people's success stories as well, because we know that God is no respecter of person.
Yeah.
If he did with Tyler Perry, like I remember what I used to tell you all the time, when you see people be making 70, 100K in their business a month. I'm like,
So do it for me. Yeah.
I'm no different from them.
Right.
I don't know what they believe in, but I believe in God. And I believe, hey, if they can have it, I can have it.
Right.
And I think we need to see success stories. We need to see failure stories.
Yeah.
We need to be able to read those so we can see how God has pulled those people out. And that'll just give us some more faith.
Right.
That'll give us some more just grit and some more endurance and perseverance to know that because God is no respecter of person, he doesn't just do it for one person.
Yeah.
If he did it for one person, I know he can do it again. But one thing that I love the most, and I've been looking at the scripture, God is doing a new thing differently.
Mm-hmm.
When you think about God is doing a new thing, when you think of something new, new is something that's never been done before.
Yeah.
It has not been seen before.
Yeah.
It has not been accomplished before. It has not been achieved before. Like, that's when you have to start thinking about a new thing.
Yeah.
And when you think, like, when you start speaking that God is doing a new thing over you, start thinking about, if he's doing a new thing, I ain't seen it yet.
Yeah.
It's brand new in the box. It's created just for me.
Yeah.
So that's when we have to start thinking about, like, even I know what he didn't do beside the period, but if he's doing a new thing, he's doing something greater than that.
Yeah.
So if I've seen what he's done for these other business owners, but if he's done it before for them, if he's doing a new thing, it's something that has not been done before. And when you get that revelation, I heard Gavin say it one time, and I actually was reading it one day, and I just kept reading a new thing, when you think about a brand new car, nobody's never had it before. When you get your home, when you get a new build home, nobody has ever lived there before. So this is new. This is a new thing. Nobody has done it. Nobody has seen it. And that's when I start, okay, God, you're doing a new thing. Hasn't been seen, hasn't been done, hasn't been fulfilled, hasn't been had. Like, you have to start thinking about those things. Well, God is doing a new thing. I feel you. Okay, Mr. Peter, I see it. Okay, Miss Winfrey, I've seen it. Okay, Miss Miller, I've seen it, but God's doing a new thing for me. And I think that's what we have to put that faith on, believe. And start dreaming. When you start, I think that'll help you kind of start dreaming again. That'll help you pick that dream up when you think about, okay, if God is going to do a new thing, he's going to do something new for me. So even if I brush this dream off, or I get the dust off, okay, I dreamed this back in 2020. Okay, he's doing a new thing in 2024.
Yeah.
I dreamed this last year. He's doing a new thing in 2024. I think that's what we have to get to. Just understanding, like, God doing something new, man. Like, he's doing some bigger things eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither has the entered in the heart, man.
Yeah.
Like, you have to really, but like, do y'all believe that?
You gotta believe. Yeah.
Man.
Get ready for your new thing.
Yeah.
This your new season.
Yeah.
Get ready for a new thing.
Yeah.
Well,
Man, I'm so big.
no, I don't. Get ready for a new thing, y'all. That's how we're gonna live. That's how we're gonna live. That's how we're gonna end it. Right here. Get ready for a new thing. 2024 is gonna be new.
New.
Things you have not seen.
Everything new.
You ain't heard. You don't have. You ain't been. Everything.
New.
It's gonna be new.
I guess we're gonna get on up out of here with that.
Yeah.
Now, where you even go after that?
I'm getting ready for my new.
Hey,
doing.
get ready. I'm walking in new.
Walking in.
I ain't getting that far already. Here. I'm just waiting for my natural to catch up with it. That's it. Cut breaks from good cut. This is how we're gonna end for real. I'm so weak. I guess we're done.